Let's say you're unlucky enough to discover that you have bedbugs in your home. And it is a matter of luck, not cleanliness. Your home could be immaculate, and you could wake up one day itching and know that you have bedbugs. Damn it! It isn't a big health issue, but it is a definite nuisance, and it can only get worse, and you will want to get rid of them. Bedbugs are tiny, wafer-thin, and prolific. If you've got them, you've got a big problem. You are infested. They're everywhere. You immediately wash all your clothes and bedding and put it through several cycles in the dryer. You clean and vacuum and use powder and traps and disinfectant spray, but you're not convinced that it's enough, because you know that if you're going to get rid of them, you have to kill them all. So you hire a company to come in and kill them with heat. Obviously, when they are working, you can't live in your home, and you have to remove certain items, so it's somewhat inconvenient, and it's expensive. It's going to cost, depending on the size of your house, maybe a couple $1,000s, but combined with your efforts, it's a pretty good bet that it will kill all the bedbugs. What they do is make sure your house is well sealed, and then they heat it, say to 140 degrees, and they keep it at that temperature for at least 2 hours. That will kill the bedbugs and their eggs. It's a steep price to pay for being unlucky, but it works, and you can get back your life without being bitten every night as you sleep. Okay, let's say you're unlucky enough to have cancer. That news is not good, but they tell you that your prognosis is good. They think they've detected it in its early stages. You're going to have chemo treatments and they're going to operate. When they do, they have to take more tissue out than the immediately affected area because, as with the bedbugs, they have to get it all or they're wasting your time and money. And all of this will be costly in time, money, and physical and emotional strength, but it will be worth it if they can say to you one day that you're in remission, you're cancer-free. I'm comparing these situations to the leader of a country who is dealing with a segment of the population which will not bend to his rule. They are rebels. He cuts them off, attacks them, bombs them, destroys their towns and villages, deprives them of food and water and medical treatment, and still they resist. So one day he gets fed up with this, and like the treatment with the bedbugs, he sends in rockets loaded with sarin gas. This happened in Syria, and this is why it happened. They say Saddam Hussein did this. It's harsh but effective. The leader was trying to get rid of a problem. He's done everything he could, conventionally, so to speak, and still the rebel forces resisted. They posed no real threat, but he wanted them gone, once and for all, and he lost his temper and said, "What are we going to do about this?" And one of his generals said, "Well, we do have this. Think of it as bug spray." Poisonous gas, chemical agents, biological warfare, nuclear bombs. The question the planet is sitting on right now is, when is it going to come to this? Right now we have all these Geneva Conventions and rules of engagement, and when we follow them, the bedbugs win. We get our asses kicked. One day it's possible to see that things will get so bad that the situation is no longer a nuisance, it's become critical, and we will have to fight or be destroyed, surrender to the infestation. What will the world be like when and after we unleash that kind of destructive power? It's time to think about it now because that day is coming. Right now we take the high road and say that that leader in Syria is a monster, he should be punished for using that gas, but the day will come when we or someone like us will be the monster, trying to save itself from those infernal bedbugs.